Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about the components of hydrological cycle. Hydrology is the science which deals with various aspects of water, such as its occurrence, distribution, movement, and properties on the planet Earth. Availability of water on the Earth is not uniform. Some places are very rich and some places are poor in water resources. Hydrological cycle is a global sun-driven process where water is transported from the ocean to atmosphere, from atmosphere to land, and from land back to oceans. The water cycle can be considered as closed system for the earth as the quantity of water involved in the cycle is invariable, though its distribution varies over space and time. Components of hydrological cycle. First, we have to learn about transpiration. Transpiration refers to the process by which the water content in the plants are released in the atmosphere in the form of water vapor. Much of the water taken up by the plants is released through transpiration. The rate of transpiration is also affected by temperature, wind, and humidity. The soil water content and the ability of the soil to conduct water to the roots, the nature of the plant's pots including barks and leaves also determine the transpiration rate. In case of agriculture, the crop's characteristics, its environment and cultivation practices also affect the transpiration process. Next one, condensation. It refers to the process in which gaseous form of water changes into liquid form. Condensation is the process in which the gaseous form of water change into liquid form. Condensation refers to the process in which the gaseous form of water changes into liquid form. Condensation generally occurs in the atmosphere when warm air rises, cools, and loses its capacity to hold water vapor. As a result, excess water vapor condenses to form cloud droplets. Condensation is responsible for the formation of clouds. Condensation is responsible for the formation of clouds. These clouds produce precipitation in which the primary route of water to return to the earth's surface in the water cycle. Condensation is the opposite of evaporation. First, we have to learn about forms of condensation. What are the different forms of condensation? Dew, frost, fog, mist, and clouds are different forms of condensation. Dew, frost, fog, mist, and clouds are different forms of condensation. First, we have to learn about dew. It is a water droplet by the condensation of water vapor on a relatively cold surface of an object. It forms when the temperature of an object drops below the dew point temperature. Next one is frost. The ice crystals formed by deposition of water vapor on relatively cold surface of an object is known as frost. The ice crystals formed by deposition of water vapor on a relatively cold surface of an object is known as frost. It forms when the temperature of an object drops below the freezing point of temperature. Next one is fog. Fog is suspended tiny water droplets or ice crystals in an air layer next to the Earth's surface. It reduces visibility to 1000 meter or lower. For aviation purposes, the criterion of fog is 10 kilometer or less. Next one is mist. Mist is a tiny droplets of water hanging in the air. Mist is the tiny droplets of water hanging in the air. These droplets form when the water vapor in the air is rapidly cooled. The water vapor in the air is rapidly cooled. It causes to change from invisible gas to tiny visible water droplets. Invisible gases to tiny visible water droplets. Mist is less dense than fog. Last one is clouds. Clouds consist of tiny water droplets, ice particles which are small and light in weight. Clouds consist of tiny water droplets. Clouds formed by microscopic drops of water or by small ice crystals. Clouds are formed by small ice crystals. The size of droplets generally range from a couple of microns to 100 microns. Couple of microns to 100 microns. This is the limit beyond which clouds drops become raindrops. Thank you, students.